What's going on, guys? Josh Pocock here, and in today's video we are going to be taking a look at the all-in-one desktop and Docker AI application with built-in RAG, AI agents, and more. This tool is extremely easy to set up. I'm going to show you how you can do it in the next 5 minutes. This is Anything LLM. You can configure it to use AI agents with pretty much any model, and you can use it to chat with your documents, do local RAG with your own private data that isn't shared. And then you can create AI agents and give them access to tools like web searching, web scraping, generating charts, and much more. Let's dive right into it. All right, guys, so all the links will be linked down below, including the link to the GitHub repo right here, as well as the link to the official Anything LLM website. All right, so some of the features of Anything LLM includes a one-click installation. So it's very, very simple. You can literally click download Anything LLM right here, and it will start downloading onto your system. We'll do that in just a second. Fully private, like I mentioned before. So it can run fully on your device without any internet connectivity if needed. All right, it supports so many different models, so many different, closed source models, open source models, Llama, LMStudio, you name it. It is within Anything LLM. All right, and you can upload many different documents from PDFs, TXTs, MDs, markdown files, really, almost anything you can think of in a file format, you can upload to Anything LLM and use it within your local RAG. All right, and they say batteries included. So Anything LLM comes with a locally running default for your LLM embedder and storage for full privacy out of box. So they have their own embedder as well as vector store that is 100% private. All right, so first things first is we're going to click on download Anything LLM. And then you can select, of course, your different operating system, whether that's Mac, Windows, or Linux, and then actually download it and install it onto your system. All right, you could also self-host it and deploy it on, these different services: Docker, AWS, DigitalOcean, Render, GCP, Railway, a bunch more. But the simplest way that I found is to simply just download the installer. Okay, now once you actually install Anything LLM, you can open it on your desktop, and initially once you actually open it for the first time, it will walk you through selecting your default LLM. You'll have multiple different LLM providers to select from. So if I go here, go to, let's just check out our instance settings. So it will kind of look like this. You'll see the LLM providers. You can select Anything LLM, OpenAI, Azure, Anthropic, Gemini, Hugging Face, Ollama, LMStudio, Local AI, Together AI, Fireworks, Mistral, Perplexity, OpenRouter, Grok. All right, you get the point, guys. You can see so many different ones from DeepSeek, XAI, and then you can, if it's an API key is required, you can enter that in and then select the specific model. So we got for OpenAI, we have pretty much all the different models you can see here. If I go here and go to Ollama, you'll see that it automatically has the Ollama base URL right here. If you need to change that for whatever reason, you could. You can change some of the advanced settings here, and then you'll see the different Ollama models right here. So these are just the ones I have right now. So like Qwen 2.2, we got Llama 3.1, and if you don't know how to set up Ollama, you can simply just go to ollama.com and then make sure you download Ollama, and then you can just literally click on download Ollama and then go to models right here and find a specific model you want, like Llama 3.2, and then just run this command in your terminal once you have Ollama set up onto your system, and then that will download the model, right? So same thing with LMStudio, you can do that, or really any of these different ones. So you can use local models with this, which is really nice, or you could use closed source models. So either one works. I'm just going to keep it with OpenAI here just to make sure everything goes quickly for this video, but you can definitely use this with, like I said, local open source models as well. All right, we'll also ask you on the next page, I believe, for the vector database and then better. I can't remember if it exactly shows that on the setup page. You can literally just go through the setup page. It really doesn't matter necessarily what you choose for that. I believe it will ask you to create a workspace, because all those settings that you pick, you can change afterwards. So that's what I'm showing you right now. So there's really two areas of Anything LLM. This is like kind of the chat interface, the interface that looks similar to something like ChatGPT, where we have over here on the left, we have our workspaces. So for example, a workspace is right here. Another workspace is right here. And then we have our chats basically within that workspace. So these are called threads. And basically you can configure settings individually for each workspace. So like here's the general settings where we can change our name. We could delete a workspace. We could change the chat settings for this specific workspace. So right here, you could use the system default, and this will use the system LLM preferences for this workspace. So I'll show you that's like the one that you set up at the start, or you can change this as well. You can change the system default, and I'll show you how to get there in just a second. But yeah, you could also really pick any specific LLM here. So you could have different workspaces with different LLMs set up if need be. So you could have like your local workspace, your OpenAI workspace, your Anthropic one. And then you can have different options here like chat mode. So you can do chat, query, chat history right here, prompts. So basic prompt, query mode, refusal prompt, LLM temperature, and you can read the descriptions here in case you're wondering what each one of these are. You can simply update workspace. All right, and then here we have our vector database, so we can see all the different settings here. We can see the max context snippets. We can see the document similarity threshold right here from low, medium, high, no. And you could reset vector database. And then we also have agent configuration. So you'll see here, you can do the same thing. You could select a specific agent or a specific LLM for the agent side of things. And I'll show you how you can use agents in just a second. Now, if you click on configure agent skills, this will actually take you to like your Anything LLM instance settings. So this is like where you can change your default, like I was showing you before, your default LLM, which right now ours is OpenAI. You can change your default vector database. All right. So by default, it's on LanceDB. This is 100% local vector DB that runs on the same instance of Anything LLM. All right, you could also use Chroma. You could also use Pinecone. You could also use Qdrant, Weaviate, all these different ones right here, AstraDB. And then embedder. So Anything LLM also, like I said, has their own embedder. So using their built-in embedding provider, or Anything LLM, 0 setup required. So these are really nice, very convenient that Anything LLM has these built in, all local, all private. And then of course you can do OpenAI, Azure, local AI, LLMStudio, Cohere, all these different ones right here if you want. Okay, next is the text splitter and chunking. So here, I'm not going to go over what that is. It's to do with the RAG side of things. Search that up if you don't know what that is, but you can change the settings for that here, text chunk size, as well as text chunk overlap. And you can see a description of each here too. That should help you out. Also too, if you don't know what any of these settings are, check out the docs. I'll leave those in the description down below, and I'll go over some of that in just a second. Now, voice and speech. So you can change the speech to text preference. So you can choose the provider right here. So local whisper runs a whisper model locally on device. You can select the model right here, which is this one by default. And then text to speech preference right here. You could see the system native one. So using the built-in TTS service if supported. OpenAI, 11 Labs you can even use. Piper TTS. Okay, a bunch of different stuff. You could use OpenAI API compatible ones as well. And then transcript right here. So OpenAI right here, or Anything LLM built-in one. Now, using the local whisper model on machines with limited RAM or CPU can install Anything LLM when processing media files. We recommend at least 2 GB of RAM and uploads files of 10 megabytes or more. The built-in model will automatically download on the first use, 250 megabytes, okay? And then admin settings. So we have general admin settings right here. So enable network discovery. We have workspace chats right here, so you can see all the different workspace chats. We could go ahead and delete some if need be. You could order fine-tune model right here. You could clear chats, export chats in CSV, JSON, all these other ones right here. And then agent skills. So this is where you can enable or disable certain agent skills. So by default, these 3 right here are enabled, such as RAG and long-term memory. So this is where you can use RAG for your AI agents. Like I could upload a document or PDF, whatever, ask it questions about that document using the agent. And then I could also say, if I ask it a specific question about a document, like let's say a book or something, and then it retrieves that answer for it, I could say, hey, remember this. And then it would store it in its long-term memory. And then if I go to a new session where I didn't upload that document, it would actually remember that, right? So that's pretty cool. And then view and summarize documents. So that one's enabled by default. And then scrape websites right here. So allow the agent to view and scrape content on websites. Next is generate and save files to browser. Generate charts. Okay, so some models don't work as well with this. Generate charts. Web search, so live web searching and browsing. So here you can enable, different ones. Like Google search engine allows 100 queries a day, so it's free. You can go to this link right here, set it up. You can get your search engine ID as well as your program, as well as your programmatic access API key right here, and just put those in there. You could also use the search API right here. You could use serper.dev. You could use Bing Search, Serply, SearchNG. You could use Tavily, a bunch of different options there. And a lot of those do also have free plans or give you like a free amount of tokens that you can use. So you can go ahead and use those as well. And then SQL connectors, so you can actually connect to a specific SQL database and then use your agent to basically ask questions regarding the SQL connection right here. So we can use Postgres, MySQL, SQL Server right here. You could fill in all the information right here about our database and then save the connection. I'm not going to do that right now. Now you can also create custom skills. So you have to import these. You can go and check out the Anything LLM agent docs surrounding this if you did want to create custom agent skills. I'm not going to cover that right now. And then customization. So you can change some stuff just regarding the language to display, some stuff around the appearance, some custom messages. You can change new system message or new user message. And then you have different tools. So event logs right here. You can check these out. Developer API. So you could generate a new API key like so. And then browser extension. So you can generate a new browser API key, and you can go ahead, check out the docs, read more about the browser API, the Docker developer API, and you could check out their GitHub and check out those extensions as well, the browser extension and all that good stuff. Okay, now that we went over the main system settings, let's go ahead and just like test out a new workspace. So if I go here, type in the workspace name, save. Now if I click on the workspace settings, you can see, like I said, the settings here. You could go change some of these if need be. I'm just going to select this right here. I'll select this, update workspace. Actually, I could have just kept it the same since we already have OpenAI as our default LLM. Let's go ahead into our a thread right here. So first off, you could go ahead and just like talk to it, right? So here I said hi, and now we're just getting streamed from OpenAI, just some basic text right here. Now, if we go ahead and click on this, it's going to allow us to upload different things to our rag. So what can we upload for? Well, let's go ahead and start off by uploading a document. All right, so I'm going to upload this document on Agent Q and Agent E, and I'm going to open that. You'll see both of these documents are now uploading right here. So these are documents on different videos I actually did on these specific tools. Okay, so this one had an issue. We'll just ignore that. We'll just keep Agent Q for now. I could probably re-upload it, but you'll see here Agent Q is now in here. If I click on Agent Q, I want to right here, on the right, you'll see our Stride workspace. So this over here is on our documents. So if we wanted to add a bunch of different, like we add some similar documents to other workspaces, we could do so, or have, only specific documents in a specific workspace. This allows it to make it very easy to manage. And then we can click on Move to Workspace. As you'll see, it's moved over to our workspace, and then we can click Save and Embed. And this is going to actually update the workspace and embed this document into our vector store right here. All right, as you can see, workspace updated successfully. Now we have that document within our workspace. Okay, so that's great. Now we can also go ahead and use the built-in scraper right here. So if I go HTTPS and then strideagents.com. All right, you'll actually already see that I have this already. Let me just delete this, and then we can just run this again. So fetch website. You can do this for any website, and it is going to scrape it, and link uploaded successfully. So now I could go ahead and click on this and move it to Workspace. I'm not going to embed it yet because we're going to do a couple more things. So yeah, you can create new folders here, organize your documents, which is really nice. You can upload all these different types of documents, audio files, spreadsheets, and you can also go to data connectors right here. So this is really cool because we can do things like connect to GitHub Repo if we want, right? So you can enter in the credentials right here, the access token, the URL, the branch, if there's any files to ignore. You can do GitLab repo, bulk link scraper right here. So this is really cool too. You could, scrape links in bulk, right? And change some of the settings here. You know, Confluence right here, and then YouTube transcripts scraper right here. So if I go ahead and go to my YouTube channel and grab a specific YouTube video URL, let's say I grab one of the videos I made yesterday, a few days ago, I'm going to paste this right here and then collect transcript. This is the one I did on screenshot to code. And you'll see here, screenshot to code has successfully been scraped, and we can go ahead and we will see that we got screenshot to code right here. So I could go ahead, move to Workspace, and let me just remove this one to Workspace. So now we have these two new ones right here that we're going to actually embed. So let's save that. And if everything goes well, both of those, yep. So now we have 3 different documents embedded into our Workspace. All right, you could remove documents from Workspace. You could pin documents to Workspace. And that's pretty much it regarding documents. Okay, now that we have some documents in our Workspace, I go ahead and start chatting with this and ask it specific questions regarding them, it should be able to pull those answers. So I just asked it, what is Agent Q? Now it's giving us, you know, Agent Q is an advanced AI system designed for autonomous web navigation, blah, 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 blah. And we can actually click on show citations, and we see that the citation is right here. If I click on that citation, we'll actually see where it's, so we can see referenced 4 times. We can see all the different information regarding what it, you know, used and whatnot. So pretty cool stuff. If I go ahead, exit this, we could ask it another question. We could say, what's Stride Agents? All right, now we can see Stride Agents is a platform that offers AI-powered solutions designed to enhance appointment booking, blah, 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 blah. We could say, what's screenshot to code? And it should pull that information as well. Show citations, and we can see all that information. All right, down here, you have a few different options. So 1, you can attach different files to the chat. 2, you can view available / commands for chatting. So we got like reset, so clear your chat history and begin a new chat. We can change the different text size from small to large to normal. We can speak our prompt right here. So if I go ahead, click on this. Okay, so now it should actually work. Okay, so it actually just downloaded. Once you click that mic, it's going to download the whisper model, and now we can actually speak. So if I click and I start typing, or I'm starting to speak right now, and then I click stop, now it should actually upload our text right here, or what we spoke, into the model. All right, so as you can see here, it basically showed what we spoke right here, and it got a response. Of course, this isn't correct, you know, a correct prompt. I was just showcasing that. Now, a few things too, you can copy the response. You can actually,
it seems like you're
use TTS right here. You can use, you can edit the response right here. You can generate a new response. You could give a good, like rate that as a good response, and you can also fork the response. So if I click on fork, it's actually going to make a fork of this thread from that specific response. So you actually have 2 similar conversations with the same context, all the same information, and that's useful as well. All right, next is this little @ sign. This is one of the things that you're going to use a lot if you're using AI agents. So we have here the @agent, you know, @ sign right here. Also keep note that it does say custom agents are coming soon. So this is really cool because Anything LLM is constantly upgrading and improving their system, which is really nice. So if I click on @agent, now the @agent is invoked. So swapping over into agent chat. So now if like we configured a different LLM for our agent, let's say, then it would actually start using that LLM. All right, so now we can actually ask it to do something. Let's say recent open AI news. Okay, so now it should actually use search in Google, because that's what we put in. We use the Google search, and it's found 10 different results, and it's looking over them, and now it provided us 4 different updates. So this is GPT-4o updates, integration with DALL-E. Okay, so these are definitely not the best. This is actually super old news. So I'm actually going to go ahead and try not using the Google method and see if I get better results. So I'm going to try changing the web search to SerperDev right here. Let's click save just to test. And now I'm going to search again, recent OpenAI news. And now it's using the serper.dev to search for OpenAI news. And let's see. So we got the news page right here. We got the Wired. Okay, so definitely not the best. As we can see here, not pulling the most up-to-date news. Realistically, it should be showing things like search GPT, etc., etc. It looks like it's just, you know, pulling some of the top search results. Maybe I could say, you know what? Maybe it's actually my prompt. Let's say recent OpenAI news. Okay, recent OpenAI news, November 5th, 2024. Okay, so this is actually definitely more recent OpenAI news. So as you can see, if I click here, this is a Reuters one, November 5th, 2024. So definitely, you know, you want to be specific with the prompts. But yeah, if you are specific with the prompts, it does work pretty well. All right, next I'm saying generate a chart of the recent OpenAI news, November 2024. And we can see here, it's rendering a pie chart right here. And we can see the different OpenAI news, right? So, you know, definitely not something I would actually use necessarily like for OpenAI news, but I was just trying to use the OpenAI or the agent chart just to showcase what that is and how that works. And it did it correctly. Now I'm going to say summarize the agent queue document. All right, so it's looking for the available documents, found 3 documents, looking at the available documents, found 3, grabbing all the context for agent queue. And now it's summarized the documents: purpose, technologies, performance, applications, innovation, features, challenges, and future work, and more. There we go. It pretty much summarized it. Now, of course, you could go ahead, play around with some of the different other agent capabilities and features and tools. And like they said, they are adding more, and you can also add custom ones. So that's pretty cool. I am really excited to see how Anything LLM continues to improve its tool. And I know a lot of you guys really love using Llama or LMStudio or local models. So I think this is really good for that, as well as using a nice private chat interface, especially, well, you know, if you're using local models, of course, if you're not using closed source models, but a private chat GUI that allows you to easily build agents, build RAG, have your agents have access to tools in a nice interface that's very, very easy to set up. But anyways, let me know what your thoughts are about Anything LLM in the comments down below. Do you use it already, or are you using another tool? Do you have a better tool that you prefer over Anything LLM? And if you guys are new to this channel, we upload videos every single day on AI, automation, marketing, sales, business growth. So if you like that type of content and you got some value here, make sure to like the video, comment down below, and subscribe to stay up to date with the daily uploads. Also too, guys, if you haven't already joined our free community, stridecommunity.com, our free Facebook group and Discord channel, I'll leave a link down below. And then for some of you that run a business and you need help growing your business with marketing, sales, operations, outbound prospecting, paid ads, or even implementing AI agents like AI appointment setters, AI cold callers, AI texters, or complete AI call center operation into your business to help you accelerate your stride and scale, then book a call down below at executivestride.com/apply to speak to myself and my team and see if there's a potential fit. Other than that, guys, I will see you in tomorrow's video. Keep hustling, keep grinding, and of course, guys, accelerate your stride. Take care.